Russia has received another batch of Su-34 fighter bombers, according to the state-owned United Aircraft Corporation. The jets have completed all required ground and flight tests and were officially handed over to Russia's air and space forces. Although Moscow did not disclose how many aircraft were delivered, video footage showed at least 2 new Su-34s. Russian media added that more deliveries are expected before the end of the year. The Su-34 is designed to strike ground, surface and aerial targets, including infrastructure sites protected by air defenses and located far from base airfields. It can also carry out aerial reconnaissance missions. The aircraft is based on the Soviet-era Su-27 and can carry up to 8 tons of weapons. Its main armament includes glide and correction modules that turn ordinary, unguided bombs into precision weapons with a range of 40 to 60 kilometers. Massive drone attack shuts down 8 Russian airports overnight. Several Russian cities, including Kaluga, Tambov, Sochi, Krasnodar and others, were first to close their airports overnight on October 6. Although officials did not specify the reason for the flight suspensions, multiple regions across Russia declared air raid alerts amid reports of drone strikes. Local telegram channels mentioned explosions near Ryazan, Dzержинsk, Nizhny Novgorod, Tuapse and Sochi. Drones also targeted the Moscow region. The city's mayor Sergei Sobyanin claimed that air defenses shut down a drone flying toward the capital. According to regional reports, energy facilities in Belgorod and Bryansk, an oil depot in Feodosia in occupied Crimea, and the Sverdlov plant in Dzержинsk, which produces explosives, were among the targets. Russia's defense ministry later stated that its air defenses allegedly intercepted and destroyed 251 Ukrainian drones overnight, including 61 over the Black Sea, 40 in occupied Crimea, 34 in the Kursk region, 30 in Belgorod and 20 in Nizhny Novgorod. A nightmare for Putin, the Institute for the Study of War says Tomahawk missiles could reach key Russian targets. The researchers warn that supplying long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine would give Kyiv the ability to strike many important military and industrial sites deep inside Russia. The analysts say a Tomahawk with a range of about 2,500 kilometers would put roughly 2,000 Russian military facilities within reach. Even a shorter-range variant would cover some sites. That dramatically expands Ukraine's options compared with the long-range drones and missiles it already uses. Potential targets named by analysts include the Shahed drone factory in Yelabuga in Tatarstan and the Engels 2 air base in the Saratov region, a major base for Russia's strategic bombers. Hitting such facilities could damage Russia's ability to sustain operations and to produce key weapons and fuel. Institute for the Study of War notes that Kyiv's long-range drones have already struck rare areas inside Russia, but their warloads and range are limited. Tomahawks carry bigger payloads, fly farther, and are highly accurate, making them better suited to destroy specialized infrastructure, refineries, power plants, aircraft bases, and weapons factories. The report also says Moscow is trying to influence US policy through rhetoric, from threats of escalation to play down claims about the missile's usefulness. Still, analysts argue that the practical effect of giving Ukraine reliable long-range strike options would be to increase pressure on Russia's military economy. Separately, Institute for the Study of War points out that Ukraine is developing its own long-range cruise missiles. Kyiv has begun producing the FP5 Flamingo, reportedly with a design range of up to 3,000 kilometers and a heavy warhead. But that system is not yet battle-proven and will need time to scale up production. Denmark is intensifying inspections of oil tankers passing through its waters in a bid to clamp down on Russia's Shadow's fleet, vessels that help Moscow evade sanctions. The Danish government says it will pay special attention to older ships, which are often used in shadow operations and pose serious environmental risk due to their condition. Denmark's environment minister noted that many aged tankers transit Danish territorial waters. That's why they were strengthening monitoring of basic environmental standards to more effectively and consistently crack down on tankers and Russia's shadow fleet, he said. Industry minister added that Denmark will stop Putin's war machine. We will use everything at our disposal. Our authorities are now increasing oversight so we can protect Denmark and Danish waters, he stated. Denmark also plans to introduce rules limiting sulfur content in ship fuel by year's end. Officials say the data collected may be shared internationally to help identify specific vessels for sanctions. French President Emmanuel Macron recently said European states will begin intercepting Russian shadow fleet ships that enter their waters. Meanwhile, Estonia has warned that shadow fleet activity in the Baltic Sea is becoming increasingly dangerous and that limiting it would significantly boost regional security. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz said he suspects Russia is behind a series of identified drone flights recently spotted over the country. Speaking after several incidents that forced Munich airport to temporarily close over the weekend, Merz called the number of drone incursions across Europe unprecedented, even compared to the Cold War. He said that the drones appeared to be conducting reconnaissance missions, but none of them were armed. Meanwhile, Russia reacted with mockery. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova dismissed Merz's remarks, saying Germany would finish investigating the drone incidents in the next century. She added sarcastically that Berlin still hasn't figured out who blew up the Nord Stream pipelines, implying Germany was incapable of determining responsibility. Germany's defense minister Boris Pistorius has urged calm amid the ongoing drone activity as investigations continue into the source of the incursions. That's all for now. For more content, please subscribe.